So next one is your time sharing operating system, right? So before discussing about time sharing operating system, let's talk about why time sharing operating system has came. वैसे basic concept of time sharing operating system is that a quantum time has been decided for a CPU for execution, right? That means CPU has given, say suppose let's suppose 3 units of time, whether it is seconds or nanoseconds, we are not concerned about the unit of timing. Let's suppose 3 unit has been given to CPU. That means what? That every time CPU will execute a process maximum up to 3 units. 3 units पूरा होने के बाद the CPU has to release the process and jump to the next process or execute the next process, right? ऐसा उन्होंने इसलिए किया, इसकी जरूरत इसलिए पड़ी कि मल्टी प्रोग्रामिंग में से सपोज एग्जाम्पल, suppose I am having 4 process, I was having 4 process, right? P3 and P4, right? These are 4 process, right? And these are waiting for your CPU for execution, right? Suppose P4 is having 5 units, means total 5 units it is required for completion its task. It requires say for 10 seconds, it requires say 12 seconds, and this requires say 30 seconds, right? So according to the, because अभी तक तो कोई ये डिसाइडेड नहीं था कि हमें किस फैशन में इसको हमें एग्जीक्यूट करना है. नो CPU scheduling was decided in multi programming. So let's say CPU has picked the first process, right? It executes for sometimes, let's say for example it executes for 10 seconds and it releases, right? Next it has taken this one and it executed it for let's say 5 seconds, next 5 seconds, right? Next is here, it again after that it picked P3 to execute and say suppose it execute for next 4 seconds, right? Then it picked the P4. Now what is the claim of P4? कि I am having total of 5 units for execution, why should I wait for this 19 seconds? और बात भी सही है क्योंकि ऑलरेडी जब ये जो रैम में आ चुका है, यहाँ पे कोई प्रायोरिटी नहीं है, तो P4 तो कहेगा ना भाई कि मुझे तो सिर्फ 5 सेकेंड ही चाहिए था पूरे अपने प्रोसेस को कंप्लीट करने के लिए, एग्जीक्यूशन को कंप्लीट करने के लिए, तो वाई आई हैव वेटेड फॉर 19 सेकेंड्स. अब बात समझिएगा, यानी तो ऐसा होता कि सभी को इक्वल टाइम आप दीजिए, या नहीं तो कोई CPU शेड्यूलिंग एल्गोरिथम बनाइए. सो जब तक से मल्टी प्रोग्रामिंग का कंसेप्ट आया था, बेसिकली इन 2 चीजों पे कभी उन्होंने ध्यान नहीं दिया. फर्स्ट क्वांटम टाइम पे ध्यान नहीं दिया, और सेकंड हमने उस जमाने में CPU शेड्यूलिंग पे काम नहीं किया, और इसी वजह से इसने P4 ने क्लेम किया कि भाई मुझे तो 5 यूनिट ऑफ टाइम ही चाहिए मुझे एग्जीक्यूट करने के लिए, तो व्हाई आई हैव वेटेड फॉर 19 सेकेंड्स. बात उसकी बिल्कुल सही थी. इसीलिए टाइम शेयरिंग सिस्टम में क्या कहा कि इस प्रॉब्लम को रिजॉल्व करने के लिए ओके, जब तक से कि हमारा कोई CPU शेड्यूलिंग एल्गोरिथम नहीं बनता है, तो हम किस पे काम करेंगे? लेट्स सपोज अगर काम करेंगे तो हम लोग FCFS पे काम करेंगे. FCFS मीन्स व्हाट? फर्स्ट कम फर्स्ट सर्व, राइट? FCFS मीन्स फर्स्ट कम फर्स्ट सर्व. कि ठीक है भाई, अगर हमारे पास अगर 4 प्रोसेस हैं, सपोज P1, P2, P3 एंड P4, अगर 4 प्रोसेस हैं तो ठीक है, P1 पहले एग्जीक्यूट होगा, P2 नेक्स्ट होगा, P3 उसके बाद होगा, P4 लास्ट में होगा. लेकिन होगा क्या कि सभी को एक मैक्सिमम टाइम ऑफ एग्जीक्यूशन का पता होना चाहिए, विच इज योर 3 यूनिट्स. इट इज आर्बिट्री, यू कैन टेक एनीवन. सो नाउ P4 का वो क्लेम नहीं रहेगा, राइट? नाउ हाउ मच P4 हैज. सो एज फॉर द प्रीवियस डिस्कशन, there are a lot of good advantages of time sharing operating systems, and there are very few disadvantages. Let's look one by one. Okay, first advantage is each process gets equal opportunity. That means when the quantum time has decided and there is no CPU scheduling algorithm is there, that means the process will executed in FCFS manner. So each and every process will be entertained by CPU first thing, and they will get the equal opportunity, right? Means equal amount of time will be given for the execution, right? Next, there is a less chance of duplication of any software. That is very also very important, right? Okay, next one is that CPU utilization has improved. So what does it mean? Suppose if CPU is distributed among process ununiformly, then CPU will not get a proper utilization. However, if CPU will be distributed among various processes uniformly, then certainly we will improve the CPU utilization, right? So that is why with the help of the time sharing system, ultimately CPU utilization will be improved. Why it will be improved? Because the quantum time has been associated with it, right? Okay, what are the disadvantages? First is your security problem. Security problem means till then when it was developing, so it was not a matter of discussion ki who will log in or who will not, right? Nowadays days when you are purchasing a genuine operating system, you are getting the Windows password and all that, right? But initially when it was developing, at that time कोई इस चीज के बारे में ज़्यादा सोचता नहीं था. But later on when consequences has been happened, so they were also concerned about security problems, जो कि आगे चल करके धीरे-धीरे resolve हुआ, right? So first was your security problem. Next one was your data communication problem. What does it mean? Data communication problem means all these operating systems which we are discussing till now, they are applicable on only PCs, right? If I am talking about whether these operating systems can be working on different computer networks, at that time in those days it was just impossible. So these are two main disadvantages of time sharing system. Otherwise, on that means in that era, in that situation, it was very, very nice, right?